Hey guys, welcome to this edition of Hoarders. Okay, maybe it's not hoarders, but I would argue anyone that says this bedroom's not like borderline hoarderish. It's pretty bad. I'm not going to lie about that, and I'll flip the camera around and give you like the full view of this disaster of a bedroom, craft room, office, whatever you want to call it in a moment. But I'm so glad you guys are here. Welcome to my life on a renovation. I'm Shanna, if we've never met yet, and let's jump right in. Okay, are you guys ready for this? This is just the entryway. See, you can't even walk into the actual room. So I would say definitely looks like a hoarder's room since you can't even walk in. But anyways, it didn't originally start this way. This bedroom started as a guest room when we first moved in, and then it transformed into kind of like a storage / play space. And then we found out we were having my daughter, and she's 6, so there's no excuse for this, but we found out we were having her. And then we moved my craft room, which was upstairs, down here to this room, and here it has sat, and we've just only added to it. So let's see if I can reach in, since I can't actually walk in. That's how bad it is, and give you guys a better view, a better starting point. There's actually a closet. See those closet doors? Those white doors are closet doors. It's terrible, but guess what? We're going to change that. So we're going to empty this space. We've got some grand plans for it. Can't even wait for that part. That's kind of the reward at the end of all of the decluttering and cleaning up that needs to happen right now. And so this video is primarily just going to be us getting this space completely emptied, or mostly emptied at least. And then I will show you what we're getting rid of. And then eventually you guys will get to see the cool plans we've got for this room. So it's going to be epic, of course, and I can't even wait. I wish I could just snap and move to the fun part, which would be transforming this room. But first we have to do the ugly part and get this cleared out. So without further ado, let's get started. You guys go ahead and enjoy the music, and we're gonna empty this room. Let's get to work. I'm making some progress here. So I've got some empty boxes out there, so that's always a good sign. And then that's all bags of garbage right there, so all stuff that's going out. I've listed these things for sale back here. And then all of this stuff here on the floor, I'm going to be just donating on our local Buy Nothing page. And then I still have a long ways to go. I haven't touched this shelf yet, and there's a mountain of things behind me, but I have a whole I have floor space, so there's one thing. That's progress. I've gone through a lot of these boxes. Most of these are fabric, which I need to sort through, but I'm gonna like save fabric for the end and go through like each individual piece. I've got some like just bedding things back there, and then frames. So making progress. Still have a long ways to go, but I'm pretty happy with all that I've accomplished today so far. And then our living room out there, out that door, is full of all sorts of items, a whole bunch of things that I'm going to list, some for sale, some just to donate, and then a bunch of other items that I need to figure out if I'd like to keep them or part with them as well. So I think I'll pick up again more tomorrow, unless I get a wild hair and come back down tonight, but not too shabby for day one. I'll take it. Okay, so I think I have that, like, what is it, decision fatigue or whatever. I came down here and I didn't film. This is later tonight, by the way, from earlier. Came down here and I was like, I'm doing so good. I'm going to keep plugging along, bust out some more stuff. And I came down here and I'm just like completely overwhelmed. So I was feeling like I was doing really good. And first I walked into like our downstairs living room, which is like full of stuff. And a ton of it's like pretty easy for me to be like, we're for sure just going to get rid of that. Like either donate it, list it for sale, whatever. Like my kids, some of the things are my kids' and they'd like to make money to put towards other things they'd like to buy, which I think that's wonderful. That's great. And then they've each picked out some things they'd like to donate. I have a bunch of things I'd like to donate. I have a few things to sell. So those things are easy, but it still takes time. Like you have to list those things and then you have to set up, arrange for pickup of those things, and it all just, everything takes time. If I could just have like a week with nobody around and just bust out stuff, life would be so much easier. So I don't have that though. So I'm trying to figure out how to get this done without leaving like a disaster in this basement. I also forgot to mention I started this on like the last day before spring break is going to be is over, because we were sick during spring break. So this was going to be kind of like a full week long project, and it's turned into, we were sick. And so now I'm trying to bust it out in like a day, playing major catch up, not just here. The rest of my house, I had projects planned and I've been working on those at the same time as this. So that's probably part of my problem too. But anyways, I need to quit rambling. I'm not sure what to do. So I have like this bin of things here. It's probably just junk that we most likely will not use. I don't even know what this stuff is, to be honest. A weather guide station. Just like, random cords. I hate just throwing things like this away. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't even know. See, I don't even know what that is. What is this? A car. Oh, it's a thing for a car. Oh, my kids' game just turned on. It's muted. Fortnite music in the background, in case you didn't notice that. Anyways, I'm terrible about just grabbing like things like this and just being like, that's garbage. I wish I could be one of those people that just tosses things, but I'm the kind of person that's like, I need to go through every single box of things here. What is that? I need to go through every single box, touch every single item. I wish I could be one of those people that just dumps things, honestly, but I'm not. So instead, I will muddle through. I'm glad tomorrow's recycling day at our house because I have a ton of recycling. I've got all that garbage, which reminds me I need to haul that upstairs for garbage pickup tomorrow, so don't forget. Anyways, we're going to figure out some kind of a system. I'll probably just play myself putting these things into categories, and then I'll explain instead of like talking as I go through and divide these things out and make my piles of whatever. But I know I am making progress, and I need to remember that. I just am feeling overwhelmed right now. And I think anyone that has such a hard time with like getting rid of things can completely understand where I'm coming from, hopefully. But this room's going to be so beautiful when it's done, and I'm trying to use that as like my motivation to keep going, because right now I'm tired and I am wishing I could just like take all of this and just cram it back in that room and forget about it, because we don't need the room. We really don't technically need it. That'd be the easy way out. So I'm not going to do that, but just talking through this because I know there are other people that can relate. And decision fatigue is a real thing. It's so easy to get overwhelmed by like just even trying to just decide like what you're going to do with what. It's tough, even if you know you're not going to keep it. You're like, do I want to donate it? Do I want to sell it? Do I want to take the time to sell it and list it? And then anyways, I'm going to stop rambling because it's getting late and I'm tired and I'm going to get to work instead. So let's get rid of some more stuff. We can do it. I can do it. Okay, let's go. Hey, did you guys see that? I actually just threw that whole tub of things away and it felt so good. So there's a start. Hey, if you guys have any tried and true ways to help a person like myself or maybe other viewers who might be able to read your comments, if you have any pointers, just how do you just throw things away or be a little bit more ruthless in your decluttering? If you have any pointers, tips, advice, etc. to add, I'd love to hear. I know I already mentioned that a lot of these items you're seeing me load up here are things that I'll be donating and gifting to others from my local Buy Nothing Project Facebook group. I love that page. I talk about it all the time on this channel, but I also love when I can sell items that are just sitting around my home and hopefully use them to fund a future project. So that's exactly what I'm hoping to do with this. I hope that these items will help fund the makeover that I have planned for this very room that we're currently decluttering. Okay guys, it's late and I'm tired, but I made so much progress. This doesn't necessarily look like I made a ton of progress, but let me explain what we have going on here. So this is all just garbage, so I'm going to haul that upstairs since tomorrow's garbage day. That'll be gone and out of here. This I'm listing, all of these items here basically I'm listing in one way or another. It's like literally all of this stuff right here. Minus my Cricut machine, that's staying. But the rest of this stuff here that you see, a lot of it's like kid things. So my kids have opted to get rid of these things, but a lot of it's my stuff too. And either way, it's going to be super exciting to get rid of a lot of this stuff. Sorry about the noise. Zoomies down here messing around. If you hear background noise, she's back there snooping around in all of my stuff. So anyways, yes, I feel like I did a pretty good job. And then these right here are just empty containers. So one of like the little fabric bins, it's a big huge one, and then a plastic container, and then we've got some random boxes to get rid of. So I'll either break those down and take them out to recycling, or maybe I'll use these to like put people's things in when I list them on the Buy Nothing or the Buy Sell Trade page. But it's multiple boxes kind of crammed inside each other. So it's nice to have some empty containers. That's always a good sign. And now let's take you guys in and show you the space. I think I'm going to vacuum it first, and then I'll show it to you. I wanted to mention to you guys really quickly too, showing this room is extremely embarrassing to me. I'm being very vulnerable by sharing this with, potentially the whole world. I know the whole world's not watching my videos, but you know what I mean. But at the same time, I'm hoping that someone can gather some inspiration from the fact that I am like showing this disaster and showing you from start to finish, what can happen. So quick reminder here of how bad this room was. And in a second here, I will share what it's looking like now. Obviously, it's not picturesque and beautiful yet, but I know it's going to be. Okay, friends, so this is a big change. Look, we can walk right into the room. How crazy is that? It's definitely crazy for me. So I'm just going to preface this whole little after shot here by letting you know, obviously I still have a ton of stuff to do. Like I have that stuff, I've got this stuff, but I know a large majority of this is fabric because I actually used to have an Etsy shop and a business. Oh my word. Sorry, my family's being loud upstairs. The dining room table is like directly above where this room is. So anyways, lots of fabric that I no longer need. Some of it I'll keep, but the majority of it I will not. So I do know that's a large majority of what's in here. And then this is a table, a big like really cool, like mid-century modern style table actually, but we'll be getting rid of that too. So anyways, I do obviously have intentions of going through all of this stuff, but I need room out there in the other room to sort through it. So let's just turn this around and I'll show you guys. Look at all of the floor space. That's the part that just blows my mind. And then I'm obviously going to get rid of these curtains. Those make it look so like weird and green and tinted yellow and stuff in here. So I'll come stand back here though and show you guys this shot. So all of this stuff, a lot of this is also frames and artwork. But such a difference from before. I can't believe I'm like standing on the other side of this room right now. So like I said, actually I'm going to turn the camera around and I'll talk to you guys. So just a sec here. Okay, that's better. I figured I might as well spin the camera around and actually like talk to you guys instead of having you guys stare at a wall while I just talk into my speaker. So anyways, this is just part one. I hope you guys will be back for part two, and then the ending will be like probably a part three where I actually like renovate this room. I have some super cool plans. That's kind of my driving force. It's what's keeping me going, because this is not something I'm enjoying, by the way. I mean, I love to declutter, but this right here, this is just flat out overwhelming, and definitely not something that's bringing me a lot of joy, but I know the joy will come, and so I'm keeping that in the back of my mind. But I hope you guys will check back for the next one. If you guys enjoyed this decluttering my hoarder's room video, I hope you guys will consider subscribing and hitting that bell for notifications so you don't miss the next one. So basically, I'd love to finish this whole thing right now, but I kind of need that space out in the living room out there to actually like bring more stuff out, like this fabric. I have like massive amounts of fabric from my business that I used to have, and I'd love to have like a place to just like sit on the floor and like openly sort all of it, and I don't have that right now, and my kids want their play space back. So that's kind of the other main reason for splitting this into like a part one and a part two. So anyways, can't wait to get this done. Thank you guys for coming along for this crazy ride and for not judging me too much, or maybe you are judging me, but you know what? I really don't care. I'm getting this space done, and I'm going to make it a fit space for the family, for my family, and for what our needs are here in our home. And that's really all that matters, right? And I have a ton of stuff out there that's going to bless some other people out in the world. So I'm excited to gift those things along to other families that will actually enjoy them, rather than them just like sitting here taking up space in my space. So anyways, you guys have a good day. I'll be back with more soon. Bye. Take care.